Hello, and welcome to Understanding Your Child with Sophie Sijenyi. My name is Sophie Sijenyi. I'm a child psychologist, a teacher, an author, and an entrepreneur. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode where we explore children's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors to help us become more understanding and intentional parents. Today's topic is one of the most every parent experiences at some point in their lives. Perhaps you've taken your child to school and they cried as you walked away. Maybe they hold tightly onto your leg whenever you leave the house. Or perhaps they refuse to sleep alone because they are afraid you'll disappear. As a parent, this can be very heartbreaking. You may even begin to wonder, am I doing something wrong? The good news is that in many cases, what you're seeing is a normal stage of child development. It's known as separation anxiety. So today, let's understand what separation anxiety is, why it happens, and how we can help our children feel secure while becoming more confident and independent. So, what is separation anxiety? Separation anxiety is the distress or fear a child experiences when separated from the person they feel safest with, usually a parent or a primary caregiver. It is important to understand that separation anxiety is not a sign of weakness. It is not bad behavior. It is not a child trying to manipulate you. In fact, it often tells us something so beautiful. It tells us that a child has formed a strong attachment to the people who care for them the most. Children thrive when they have secure attachments. The challenge is helping them learn that even when we leave, we will come back. So let's look at when is it normal. So many parents ask, at what age is separation anxiety normal? It usually begins between 6 and 8 months. It becomes stronger between 10 and 18 months. And gradually it improves as the children grow and develop confidence. However, separation anxiety can also appear at other stages of life. A child may suddenly become anxious after maybe starting a daycare or school, moving to a new home, the birth of a sibling, parents separating, the illness or death of a loved one, a frightening or traumatic experience. Whenever a child's sense of safety is shaken, separation anxiety may return. So let's look at what does it look like. Every child expresses anxiety differently. Some children cry the moment you leave. Others cling tightly and refuse to let go. Some become unusually quiet. Others complain of stomach aches or headaches every morning before school. Some will even refuse to attend birthday parties or sleepovers. Others insist on sleeping in their parents' bed because they fear being alone. Sometimes what looks like stubbornness is actually fear. When we understand the emotions beneath the behavior, we respond with great compassion. Now, why does separation anxiety happen? Children depend on adults for safety. Unlike adults, they don't yet understand time in the same way. When you leave for work, your child doesn't always understand that you'll return in a few hours. To them, your absence can feel uncertain. In fact, young children also have vivid imagination. If they don't understand where you've gone, they may imagine something terrible has happened to you. This is why reassurance and consistency are so important. Now, there are certain common mistakes that parents make. As a parent, we naturally want to protect our children, but sometimes, without realizing it, So we make separation anxiety worse. One common mistake is sneaking away while the child is distracted. Very wrong. You may think it prevents tears, but it often creates mistrust. Your child learns that you can disappear without warning, so making them even more anxious the next time. Another mistake is returning immediately every time a child cries. That's the greatest mistake that parents do. Although this comes from love, it can unintentionally teach the child that crying prevents separation. Some parents also communicate their own anxiety. Children are incredibly sensitive. If they sense that you are worried or guilty every time you leave, they begin to believe that separation really is something to fear. Now, let's look at how parents can help. The first step is to stay calm. Children borrow confidence from the adults around them. So if you remain calm and reassuring, your child is more likely to feel secure. Second, create predictable routines. Children feel safer when they know what to expect. Have a consistent goodbye routine. Keep it short, warm, and confident. For example, I love you. I'll see you after school, right? Have a wonderful day. Avoid making goodbyes so long and emotional. Third, always keep your promises. If you tell your child that you'll be back after school, make every effort to be there on time. Trust grows through consistency. Fourth, encourage independence in small ways. Allow your child to make simple choices, complete small tasks, and spend short periods with trusted family members. Confidence grows gradually. Then finally, praise bravery. Instead of focusing only on the tears, celebrate the moments your child manages well. Say things like, I noticed you are very brave today. Positive reinforcements build confidence. Now, when should parents seek help? While separation anxiety is usually normal, there are times when professional support is needed. So consider speaking to a psychologist like myself. If your child's anxiety continues for many months without improvement, prevent them from attending school, causes extremely panic whenever separation occurs, interferes with friendship or daily activities, is accompanied by severe physical complaints without medical cause. Seeking help is not a sign of failure. It is actually an act of love. So early support can make a significant difference. My message to you parents is this. If your child struggles with separation anxiety, I want you to know this. Your child isn't trying to make your life difficult. They're actually having a difficult time themselves. Behind every tear is a child looking for reassurance. Your calm presence today becomes their confidence tomorrow. So remember, our goal is not to eliminate all fears. Our goal is to help children feel secure, enough to face the world, knowing they always have a safe place to turn to or to run to. Now, as we come to the end of today's episode, dear parents and uncles and whoever is watching me, remember that separation anxiety is often a sign of healthy attachment. With patience, consistency, love, and understanding, most children gradually become more confident and independent. So the next time your child clings to you, instead of asking, why are you behaving this way? Try asking, what are they feeling and how can I help them feel safe? That simple shift changes everything. Thank you so much for joining me today on Understanding Your Child with Sophie Sijenyi. If today's conversation has encouraged you, Please share this episode with another parent, a teacher, a caregiver, uncle, aunties. Together, we can raise children who feel understood, secure, and confident. Remember, every behavior has a story. Every emotion has a purpose. Every child deserves to be understood. My name is Sophie Sijenyi. I'm a child psychologist, an author, and a teacher. Until next time, keep learning, keep shining, and keep understanding your child. God bless you.